Welcome back. You're watching Bollywood This Week. We cornered actress Madhuri Dixit for an exclusive chat on Zoom. So let's listen in.
Hi Madhuri, welcome to us for the first time, so thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you, my pleasure.
You know, Dheeraj Kiya has a very interesting star cast, and you and Nasir Saab together, but we heard that you were shy about working with him. Tell us why and how.
I just said the shyness was not like shy of working with him, but the first shot that we gave together, because, you know, I admire him as an actor, and when you are working with someone who you've admired, it's a little... You know, you're like, okay, I'm working with this person.
Yeah.
And not that we haven't worked before. We did Rajkumar, where he was playing the villain, you know, and it was a completely different sort of a movie. It was a costume drama, over-the-top kind of a movie. But this is more realistic, and I'm paired opposite him. So the first shot was a little, you know... but after that, it was fine.
You know, how is it working with someone who has been your fan, like, for example, Huma Qureshi? You know, she's a fan, she's grown up watching you, and suddenly she's working with you. On your part, what do you do to make people feel comfortable?
Well, the thing is that they compliment you, and they're, you know, in awe of you or whatever, and you just make them feel at ease, and, you know, they say that, hey, look, you know, you might have looked up to me, but I'm finally a human being. You know, like my husband says, we all wear pants one leg at a time. You know, there's no other way to wear it. So, you know, we're just human and we're actors. So let's, you know, come back to the brass tracks and let's not get carried away with that.
But it's very difficult for you to shed your diva-like image. That's what you always have been. And you maintain that.
So, yeah, I mean, diva and everything is for people, you know. But for me, I'm just a human being, and, you know, when I meet people, I don't think, oh, I'm a diva or whatever, or I'm a star, or, you know, I don't have that in my mind. I'm just meeting people.
Yeah. I guess that's what most actors say about it, that, you know, the beauty about Madhuri Dixit is that your humility. So how do you really stay grounded, Madhuri?
I think it's the way I've been brought up. My parents are responsible for that, because they've never let me feel like anything else but a daughter or a sister, you know, and now a wife and a mother.
At home, you're not a star.
No, not a star at all. It's like far from it. My mom still can scold me and say, why didn't you do that or whatever, you know. So we're very, very normal otherwise.
You know, the first part of this movie, the prequel, was very bold in many ways, very sensual. So when you offered this film, you know, when you read the script, what was your first reaction?
Well, it's a lovely role. I loved the way Begum Para is portrayed. I love the way women are being portrayed now in movies.
Yeah, exactly.
I said in my other interviews too that they are not avenging angels, or they are not the victims, you know. Now they are their own persons and their characters. And, you know, just like in society, a woman is playing so many roles. You're doing the same thing on film. So when I was offered Begum Para, again, it's a character who's you know, in a pursuit of happiness, and she's you know, ready to compromise and give up anything just for that happiness. And she is many layered character, and so, you know, I found that very attractive.
But according to you, which has been your most beautiful piece of dance in movies?
I don't know. Every little dance that I've done,
some of your favorites.
It's so close to me. I love Khalnaik's song Choli Ke Piche Kya Hai. I love Chane Ke Khet Mein. I love Ke Sera Sera. So these are all, you know, from different genres, and I love them all.
Yeah. You know, you had this dream to work with Amitabh Bachchan. When do we see you all work together?
I don't know, you know, we were supposed to work twice or thrice, and it never happened. So I think it'll happen when it has to happen.
And you also said that, you know, if they...
But I did do a song with him and Govinda. Two of the best dancers, like one on this side and the other.
Oh, right.
We did a song called Makhana.
Yeah, Makhana, right, absolutely, yeah. When do we see you work with Salman Khan? Because you've been saying, you know, that's one actor we really like to work with again.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the script should be right, and, you know, it should be the kind of film I'd like to do.
Yeah. Now that you've moved back, Madhuri, it's been years. You know, now have you, like, got totally used to living here again?
Well, I was always used to living here, because even when I did Jhalak, I used to fly down for you know, months on end, and then go back. And so for me, coming back to Mumbai was coming back home. So now I have two homes now. Nowadays, you find more and more people being like global citizens. They're everywhere. They live here for some time. They live there, wherever the business takes them, wherever, you know, their fortunes take them, or their goals take them. So they go there and they make a life, and it's no longer like, where do you feel at home? The world is your home.
Right. So do your children see more of you on TV now?
Yes, of course.
So how do they react to it?
Well, there was a time when they came running to me and said, "Mom, you're on TV."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now they'll just sit and say, "Mom, you're on TV," and they'll start reading a book or whatever they're doing.
Really? But I guess back in US they weren't as exposed to what you would do.
No, not really.
Yeah.
But I like it to be. I like them a little innocent and little not with it and knowing this is my mom and that kind of thing.
What is the most special thing about this movie, Madhuri?
Well, the special thing about this movie is, like I said, Kalu, Babban, Munia, Huma, and Begum Para. Kalu is in search of true love, and that's why he comes to Mahmudabad in Lucknow. When Arshad Warsi comes here, he falls in love with Munia. He thinks it's true love for the first time in his life again. And Munia has a different agenda. And Begum is in pursuit of happiness, and she has a different agenda. So all these people come together, their lives clash, and that's how you get De Rishkiya.
So what do we see you next after De Rishkiya? There's Gulab Gang.
Gulab Gang, yes. Right now, Gulab Gang is something you'll see me next, and possibly Jhalak maybe this year.
Yeah.
And so goes on.
We wish you sign more movies, Madhuri, because we want to see more and more of you on the big screen.
Thank you
so much. It was fabulous talking to you. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.
Moving on, Salman Khan seems to be all wooed by none other than Elli Avram. No wonder then the actor has made her a part of his team. Details in our next story. Looks like these days Salman Khan is completely spellbound by Elli Avram. Well, if sources are to be believed, then Salman Khan is quite open about his support for actress Elli Avram. Salman has apparently told his team that from now onwards, Elli will be a part of all his international dance shows and concerts. And this is not the only thing. There was already buzz about Salman signing Elli for one of his films, and now this news. Looks like Miss Elli has already got a grand entry into Salman's team. And now one thing is for sure, that Elli's career graph is going to rise high in B-Town. Because once Salman makes a commitment to help someone, then he leaves no stone unturned to promote that person. In any case, Elli has already told Zoom that she considers him her mentor.
आप सलमान की फेवरेट रही हैं। सलमान ने हमेशा बोला है बिग बॉस में कि एली उनकी फेवरेट हैं।
हाँ, अगर मैं उनका फेवरेट हूँ तो या ऑब्वियसली इट्स वेरी फ्लैटरिंग अगर ऐसा है।
Well, Elli, we hope your dream to work with Salman Khan comes true very soon. Time for a short break on Bollywood this week, but before that, we'll leave you with these interesting visuals of Dabu Ratnani's star-studded calendar launch.